Oh, we rolling?
Oh, we rolling.
You finished munching? I saw you had to sneak that last chicken nugget in there, girl. Did you get it in?
It was 3 fries, and I did it real fast.
You got it? You good? Oh, how was it? You good?
It was very salty and nutritious and delicious.
We love it. We can't shout out who we were eating because y'all might judge us because
I don't care about you judging me. It was tasty. I'm not gonna say it because I'm not gonna say it.
I was gonna say, and they don't pay us no money, but like,
right,
whatever. Y'all don't got nothing to say to me, okay?
Right. Speaking of sponsors, this episode is brought to you by Spotlight Body, where it is the Bath and Body Works for city girls. We currently have a code that is BITC 25, where you can get 25% off until Halloween night. So Spotlight Body has some lovely, amazing smelling soaps. I had to take them on my recent vacation, which we'll chat about later. It was great. I was smelling so good. Just skin was flawless, soft, and just warm, and just everything that I needed. Yes, you can also get some body glow and just smell good during these winter months, okay? Because nobody likes a musty heifer. That is not me. Again, use our code BITC25 to get 25% off of your entire order. And there are also deals on monthly subscriptions. So get into it.
Job well done, player. Let me shake your hand. Okay, you a pro. I like that. She says, speaking of sponsors, hold
Let's
on.
get into it.
Let me find out you were professional. Okay, well, shit. Well, shoot, I'm not in my most professional brain, so I will leave that to you. But let's get into our weekend update. You know, we pre-recorded the episode y'all heard last week, so it's been a little bit since we've actually been physically in the studio. So we were pre-recording because Sierra had places to go, people to see, a Las Vegas strip to run. So Sierra, give us a brief overview because I know that you went and did a billion things. So give the people the highlights of Vegas.
Okay, so a brief overview is, so I went to Vegas because it was my best friend, Keisha. It was her 30th birthday, her golden birthday. So she, last minute, literally decided that a group of like about 17 of us were going to go to Vegas. And we had people like as far as DC to like, you know, Cali, whatever. We were all up in there. So it was a good time. And I had a great time. We walked in the spot. Mind you, I have not been on vacation since July of last summer for Makita's birthday, which was also in Vegas. Yeah. But COVID has done Vegas pretty good.
Why? What's different about it?
Because
what's better?
I got 3 strawberry Hennessy lemon drops for $14. And the other 2 I couldn't finish, so they put it in a cup to go. Now, if that's not living life, then I don't know what to say. But upon arrival, we get to the hotel or whatever and walk into the suite. The suite is decorated. There is catering there. We had some bomb shrimp and grits with turkey bacon. We had chicken and waffles. The wings were to die for. And drinks, like the entry, in order to get in, it's like you have to take a shot. So there's like a tray of shot of Tito's, balloons everywhere. It was just decorated so well. Like everything was bomb, pictures everywhere. So it was really great. We had like, honestly, I said that this is like the most adult trip that I've been on, because it was really like, no, if y'all want to take a nap for 2 hours, niggas is taking a nap for 2 hours and see you then.
Right. See you afterwards. Don't
yeah. I will say that this is the first trip where I really felt like body confident. Like I was exercising like already, but like once I realized that we were going on the trip, I started going a little bit harder. And so like I didn't bring nobody's body shapers, nothing like that. And that's not to say that there's anything wrong with that.
But you felt good and confident in your space.
Right. But for me, that was a big thing to be like, okay, I'm going to wear this form-fitting dress and not wear a shaper under it. Like I worked hard. So it was good. The food was amazing. Where did we go? We went to this one place called Mastro's, had some bomb scallops and a bomb sauce, some lobster mashed potatoes, lobster mac and cheese. It was just bomb.
You're making me hungry.
Yeah, I didn't. And the crazy part about it is I didn't have a hangover once. This is my first time that I actually didn't want to come home from Vegas, because usually I want to go home from Vegas. Like, I mean, on your trip, the only reason why I wanted to go home is because I was going too hard. I was like,
we had a blast. Do it the way that Makita liked to do it.
Yeah, we had a blast in a glass. We definitely did.
Fuck the city.
Yeah, and if you wanted to take a nap, you was just getting left on that trip. So that was the thing. But we had balance. But it was like, literally, when you've had bad nights, like you know how to maneuver yourself in order for you to get through and make it to the next time y'all got to drink again.
Right.
And so that trip, I had an amazing time. Like literally, that was one of my top trips to Vegas for sure.
Thanks,
so
pal.
this trip was lit. Like, everybody was on some good vibes. It was no drama. Everybody was just hella adult. Like, there's people on there. Everybody just needed a break. There was like married couple on the trip. There was parents that were on the trip. Like, everybody just needed a break, and just generally COVID just kicking all of our asses. So it was a good time.
You still want to relax too. It's like I'm still trying to get away. Like you want to turn up, but also it's like I'm actually on vacation and I would like to just decompress, chill, separate. So I feel that.
And everybody held close to their boundaries, like, because a lot of the people, like, not a lot, but like a few of the people on the trip are actually entrepreneurs, and like they were setting their boundaries. Like, look, I'm not working on this trip. Like, some people had to get to work, but like, it's like, I'm on vacation, I'm not working. So I really appreciated seeing that, especially from Black people, Black women, just being like, look, I'm not working. I got to, do 3 bathing suit looks. Was great.
Come on, look.
But let me tell you,
we saw it on the Instagram. That Instagram was hot.
Listen, the last bathing suit was the mistake. So I have this little really comfortable, like, yellow 2-piece. I was really into 2-pieces.
Love it. We're here for it.
But it was yellow, and dog, there was bees out here. Bitch, there's bees. I got stung in my back twice by one bee.
I would have died. You would have
twice.
Had to send me home.
But let me tell you. So there was a new friend that I met on the trip, and she was hella cool. But I wanted to fight her because look, she's sitting next to me, and she's like, "Yo, there's a bee. It's on my back. I can't see it." So I'm just like hitting, like
hello, help me.
And she's not even swatting the thing. And you would have thought that my ass was getting jumped. She's like, "Oh no, he's coming back." Literally, that's what she was. And then I got stung again. I was so hot, bro.
So it was a wasp, not even a bee, because my guy didn't even die.
No, he didn't die. He came back. Like,
again.
Bro, he like.
You just look like a big, delicious, juicy flower.
I guess so. And my friend, she got bit too, or she got whatever stung. It was just a lot. They were honest, but we did have like some yellow on. And the only thing other thing with Vegas that I wanted to come home from was because the weather was just obviously so different. But it was like, bro, I'm telling you, I pulled out the shea butters of the Lord. Okay, like,
yes.
I pulled out the tree and my oils, and I was still like ashy, bro.
It is the desert.
Like, my skin, like when I took my lips, you would have thought, like, because they got so dry, you would have thought I had been smoking backwoods all of my life.
Walk around looking like Ashy Larry.
All of my life. Like, I was like, what happened to my lip? There used to be pink brown.
I cannot.
Yes. And I also want to shout out,
Vegas.
Vegas is great. I had a great time. I didn't want to come back home, but I also want to point out a sweet deal to you guys. Makita and myself are all are avid, faithful users of the business Sugar Plum to get our waxing services done. If you're into that sort of thing, you can get 50% off of any service. You just go to the Roosevelt location of Sugar Plum and ask for Carrie.
But you got to tell them that Sierra sent you.
Tell them that Sierra sent you. She'll know. But go get all your parts in order if that's what you're into. If you like to have it smooth.
Boys too.
You can get an Egyptian. Yeah.
And you can just get other parts of your body wax, like your chest or like your grizzly gorilla back, bro.
Your chest.
I said your chest.
Oh, I said test. That's a new one.
Oh, no. Your chest. Well, they can also wax their, testicles. But
you can. That's called an Egyptian. Maybe try it.
And they're well trained, so they'll do a great job for you.
Yeah.
If we can do it, you can do it.
And one of our guests on our show, one of our male guests, Jeremy, actually talked about getting an Egyptian, and he said it wasn't that bad. So.
Right. Like I said.
Yeah, and it's a good time.
And
that's on episode 10 probably. But
right,
anyway.
a million years ago. However,
yeah, but he talked about it. So there's that on that. But tell me what you've been doing since you've been betraying me while I'm away.
First of all, I'm gonna need you to lower your voice. You're being very loud right now.
Yeah, you're loud. Yeah.
That's like, let's just start there. But before that, and I meant to say at the top of the episode, but today, or when you're listening, technically yesterday,
yes.
It is Indigenous Peoples Day, formerly known as the Colonizers' Day, Columbus Day, but the only Christopher we acknowledge is Wallace. So we don't have time for that. Okay, it is Indigenous Peoples Day. And I would like to encourage people to learn more about the Indigenous folks in the area that you live. Every single piece of land that we are living on once was and remains truly the land of Native peoples, no matter where you are in this country. Specifically here in Seattle, we are standing on Duwamish land.
We are.
It's important to recognize the history of the space that you're in. Knowing more and learning more can only make you more compassionate and more kind. And so as a Black person, I'll be the first one to raise my hand and say there is not another group in our country that has experienced more hardship, more oppression, and more just outright genocide and violence than Native American people have. I mean, we're a close second, but they have definitely got us beat, and we don't talk about indigenous people. They are almost erased from our conversations because of the history of violence against Native American people in this country. And I think that it is everybody's responsibility to educate themselves to learn more, because they are not invisible. They absolutely exist. Their needs need to be met and voices need to be heard. And so as a part of your support for indigenous people and Native peoples, please read a little bit more about American Native history and educate your pals too while you're at it. So happy Indigenous Peoples Day, y'all. Read your books.
And I also want to say,
yeah,
this is why I don't like hiking.
Why?
Viral video shows cougar stalking Utah hiker in terrifying 6-minute encounter. You listen, okay?
You in they house. Go home.
That's why I don't like to hike. That's not for people.
You at their house.
I'm not doing
You in
it.
there with your dirty shoes and stuff. You don't even know who's, you
Right.
might be in his living room right now. He don't even want company, okay?
That's trapping, too, because think about it. Once you're on a hike, you're just on it. You got to keep going.
Yeah, it ain't no way. You got to go
It's-
one
it
way
is,
up
yeah.
or down.
Yeah, it's only one way out.
That's why I be at the beach.
Yeah, that's
Bye.
why I be in the house.
No, not
Eating-
interested in your
eating
hikes.
chicken nuggets.
Okay, fat ass.
I do like to eat.
I
That's one thing
can't.
about me. I'm going to eat. Let's do it. But I'm going to do my squats, though, so.
I can't. She said, I'm going to eat. All right, girl. Okay, big sexy. All right.
Right. Literally, that used to be my nickname. One of my guys.
Sexy
one
with
of-
the SI. You better.
No. One of my guy friends gave me the nickname Big
I'm
Sexy.
literally going to start calling you sexy, but like spell it SEXSI.
That's nasty.
Well, sexy.
No, it's Big Sexy.
I know. Big
Big
sexy.
body bins.
I know. Please don't crash.
Yeah.
I know. All right,
I
shit.
guess just as long as you know, I'm dragging a wagon back here.
I can't. I can't. She is so stupid. This weekend, I did a lot in the past 2 weeks, I guess, since we've been recording, but got my hair done and things in advance of going on, a little vacation this week. But we will shout out.
Right,
the
she's
stylist at
always
the
going
end
on
of the
vacation.
episode.
Yeah.
I'm not always going on vacation. I'm often
Yeah,
traveling, but it's not always
You're always
vacation.
throwing up gang signs, like legit, like in
What
the camera. You always be like, I'm not going on vacation. That's what you be doing.
I want to know so bad. Please get that clip.
We need to do a
Please
reel.
get that clip.
We need to do a reel because she did it on the last episode.
I don't notice I'm doing that.
I was like, are we throwing up gang signs now? Because I wasn't
Well,
privy to
I
it.
don't know.
I'm double jointed, so whatever you want to do,
I can't.
I'm with the wave.
I can't. So stupid. I got my hair done. It was great. It took a very long time because I have a lot of hair.
Yeah.
I knew it would take a while, but it took a while. But it was worth it because I love it and I'm prepared for the sunshine and the humidity, and I will remain cute and fly. So there
Let's
was
make a
that.
bet on how long you keep it in.
My goal is to make it 8 weeks.
Wow. You heard it here. Okay, so if you don't make it, you owe me $25 and some Pampers.
And some what?
Pampers.
What you need Pampers for? You got
So I'm
something to tell
getting
us?
old.
You don't need Pampers. You need poise.
Oh.
That's for the old
Or
ladies.
depends.
Yeah, that's for the old people. That's what you need. You are so stupid. I'll give you 25 squats. How about that?
No, I want the money.
No, I don't.
I don't
wanna
know.
do that.
I want the money. I don't need you to do squats.
Five
That's
inch
too
dang.
easy
I'll
for-
bet
that's
you
too easy
$25.
for you.
I will bet you $25.
Right, yeah. Give me the big bucks. Actually, okay.
Nah, stop it. I already said
I might
yes.
think of something else.
You can't change it now. It's already $25. Can't
Wow,
do it.
Wow,
Nope, that's it. We just stuck to it. She's saying that, and because my friends do make fun of me, I cannot keep braids in for very long. What happens is that I never really like them that much. I usually get them for trips or something, and then I don't really like them that much.
Right.
And then I have to wear my hair half up, half down every day, and then I get tired of that really quickly. But I think I solved my problem with this hairstylist by getting my hair braided in a face frame the way that my natural hair is. And so I love it. I don't know how to explain to you guys what that is. The white girls will know what that is. It's like a layering haircut, but I got it on the braids, and so my hair grows like that naturally. So this should help solve my problem. And also, I'm just really tired of doing my hair. It's just too much for me to be doing every day when I'm not fucking going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
Right. Yeah.
I'm not seeing anybody, so I refuse to be strapped to the twist out life. But
Right.
there's that. We'll talk about the stylist at the end of the show. She's our local lookout for this week.
Great lady.
She's awesome.
So
it was
sweet.
amazing to meet her. But really, the most important part of my week is that it was my best pal's birthday. And we shouted her out on our story. But it was Angie's birthday on Sunday, which was so great. So we spent the whole day hanging out, making her feel special. So we started the day with some mimosas and cupcakes and flowers and
Aw.
did that. Then we did a birthday brunch, which was great. And then we just kind of hung out with some folks and kept day drinking, watched both games,
Yeah, I watched the game.
LeBron,
Yeah.
obviously, as we needed to, and then followed it up with watching the Seahawks. It was just a good day all around. Obviously, we're going to talk about LeBron also, our,
Yeah, we're
our
going to talk
world
about it. I
famous
wore
GOAT.
my LeBrons today just to
Hey.
support.
There you go.
I really love my LeBron.
I didn't even know you had a pair of LeBrons, so I love it.
No, not my socks. I have to kick your ass, Abdul. No,
So
you're
silly.
over
You wearing
there.
LeBrons? I didn't know you had some. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, yes. So that's all I did, and I'm looking forward to going to Cabo tomorrow. So that's really all
Whatever.
got going.
Go away then.
And I need some
Please.
sunshine. The turn of the, and Kia talks about this a lot, but for me, the turn of the season is really hard on me. And I think it happens to other people too. But as a person who's like a sunshine person, I don't know. I mean, I've lived here for 5 years, but literally every single fall, the turn from summer directly into the dark and the rain just like throws me for a loop. Like my whole like emotional system, I feel like gets
Equilibrium.
like fucking like my whole like life feels like it's in shambles. I get like completely rattled. Like I feel way more tired. I feel a lot more anxious. It's just like a lot to switch. I don't know what
Yeah,
that is. But it's like,
seasonal depression is real.
yeah,
Yeah.
In like a day, it was like perfectly fine, and then all of
Yeah.
a sudden it's like dark and rain, and that's it. And we're gonna be like this for 9 months, and
Like,
I never
it's
do
like
well.
a good. There's like there's a good change and then there's a bad change. Like last week sucked for me just generally.
Yeah.
But like I think like there's days where it's like okay on a Saturday and the weather's all gloomy and stuff like that. It's like okay cool then I can like lay up and watch like Netflix and things like that. But then there's other days where it's like no I actually need to be productive and I don't have
you
the
have no
wherewithal
energy.
to do it. So
That's gross.
you just gotta get up and listen to some Meg I guess.
It'd be helping me. I'd be watching stuff. I don't know, but I'd be trying to work on it.
Work
but-
on it. Work.
So I am. So I'm escaping to the sunshine to get a little more sun, and hopefully I'll come back with the tan, and life will be good, and that'll get me through the next couple months of dark before I go to do the next thing, or go,
Don't
which
you
is
drink that
which
water.
is holidays. Go home, see the family. But
And that's another thing.
What?
Vegas, that water, no ma'am, no girl, okay?
what water?
The water was so nasty.
What water?
In
like,
Vegas.
like the tap water?
The one that you put in your throat.
Oh, like drinking water. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
drinking
yeah,
water.
but why would you drink tap water in Vegas?
I wasn't drinking tap water. I was drinking it from the fridge.
Ew.
It just tasted like, what's that? Not Arm& Hammer. It tasted like, what's that? Arrowhead. Arrowhead is
It's so nasty. Oh my God,
Yeah,
I'm going to quote
so
you.
nasty.
No, Angelina told me I was crazy. Angelina and Kia literally on Sunday were like, "You're dramatic. Arrowhead is good," and I was like, "That shit is
Wait,
disgusting."
Angie and Kia said that?
Yes, that's
I'm
like
so
all Angelina
disappointed.
buys, and I was like, "You're gross."
Why is
It's
she
gross.
poisoning her body?
That's why I said. See, that's why I reacted
We're
like
gonna
that
start a
because they
water
made me
donation
sound
program for her.
crazy. They looked at me like I was crazy, and I was like, "No, like
No, you
that
guys
shit's
are nasty.
nasty."
You like to drink salty water?
I
You also drink bath water?
I'm so glad we're having this moment because
I just
I
wanna
felt
know.
attacked. Because my sister hates it too because we are like regular water drinkers and
Yeah.
know the Arrowhead tastes disgusting. Okay, I'm pleased.
I want to see their thyroid numbers. That's nasty.
I love it. Okay, I feel very secure about myself right now, so I'm enjoying
Me
it.
too.
I'm gonna roll us right
Roll.
into politics. So
Yeah, I
of
love
course
roll.
we know what is happening right now. It is getting down to the wire. We are 22 days away from our only opportunity to get rid of the tyrant that is currently running our country into the ground.
He's
so
immune. He's immune.
apparently immune, and now he's shifting his language about COVID to being from it's not real and it's a hoax to making fun of people for wearing masks and saying it's not that big of a deal and only affects the elderly and people with
He is elderly.
thank you, pre-existing conditions, even though he's 74 years old. So he's also very old, and it's him that we're talking about, to catching COVID and then saying that COVID makes you stronger and that he feels it better than he ever has because he had COVID, and now that he beat it, he feels like he's, fucking king of the world. So he
Well, he's
can't
a
get his
demon.
story straight.
But he sounds like he's sick. So,
I mean, the videos of him trying not to cough are fucking insane.
right.
Like,
he looks crazy.
you look like you're going to fall out. Nobody believes you. We are not believing you. Apparently
Right.
today he had a negative COVID test, but I'm like, I don't believe it unless it comes right from I want to see the papers.
Yeah,
we need the
George
doctors
Bush gonna have
to
come down here and
verify.
tell me that.
Basically. Do you say George Bush?
Yeah, you know, come tell me for me to believe that.
Basically, because it's just not true. And also, it just is not possibly true in the sense that it takes about 2 weeks is what like the standard that they say, right, to ensure that COVID, that you can get over it, that it gets out of your system. 2 weeks has been the standard the entire time. It's literally only been 10 days since he had since he said that he tested positive for COVID. So like, how exactly do you have a negative test? And it's been 10 days. So I'm not going for it. I also actually don't really give a fuck about the health of the president at this point in time. It's the least of my concerns. My concern is that you're registered to vote. We've been talking for weeks about making sure that you have a voting plan. If you live in Washington, your ballot should be approaching, should be getting to your home any day now. If you have for your mail-in ballot, if you haven't already gotten it, you should get it in the next few days or so. I read that they've already begun sending them out. They've been sending them out for a little while now. So if you don't have yours, keep your eyes peeled. You'll get it soon. Last week I got my voting like information pamphlet, so I know the ballot is not far behind from that. But make sure that you align with your friends, align with your managers if you need to request a time to vote. If you need to vote in person, if you live in a state where you have to vote in person, make sure you have your voting day plan.
Right.
Even if you're giving your ballot to a friend to drop it off instead of mailing it in, right? Like make sure that you have a plan. You also can go in and vote at any time now. I think in almost all of the states at this point, Washington in particular, you can go in and cast your ballot in person if you would prefer to vote that way. You do not need to wait until election day. So please make sure that you have your voting plan in order. You can register to vote up to the day of the election. So there are no excuses, even if you are a procrastinator. Please vote. Please exercise your right to vote.
Right.
Many people are depending on you exercising your right as an active citizen and participating in our democracy while you still can, while it's still a democracy. Because honestly, in our lifetime, we could go all the way left. And I don't mean left as in liberal. We could go in the worst direction possible. And it is very scarily like a realistic possibility. Like we like to make jokes and speak in hyperbole about a lot of things, but like that is not an exaggeration. That is not me being that's not me being facetious. That is absolutely factual. Our entire democracy is at risk, and many people think that it's a game. It isn't. For many people who are saying that they're undecided, an undecided vote is a vote for Donald Trump. So if you're undecided at this point, you have made your choice very clear. Like you might as well just stand in it and stop acting like a punk and saying that you're undecided. Just vote, and vote with your whole chest if that's how you feel.
Right.
I honestly would prefer people exercise the right to vote than not vote. That's my preference. You should vote. I can't tell you who to vote for, but you should vote. The worst thing to do is to simply not participate. Like it doesn't make sense to me. If you have a choice, if you don't vote, the choice basically then goes to who we don't need it to go to. But I say all that to say it's important that you vote. Make sure that you go and vote. It is your right. Many people have died for your right to vote. If you are a woman or a person of color, it has been paid for in blood. So don't take it lightly. It's not a game.
That person.
It's not a joke. My grandma be voting from over fucking seas. Okay, she does not play that shit. She makes sure that her ballot gets casted. Okay, and if my 4-year-old grandma from a whole different island can make sure that her fucking ballot is in, y'all don't have any excuses. I would just like to call that out. So now that important essential message is out of the way, I want to talk about a couple of things. Today marked the beginning of the confirmation hearings for Amy Coney Barrett, which is she is the judge that the Republicans are pushing forward for confirmation to take the seat of the late Justice Ginsburg. And so those confirmation hearings start today. I think there are 5 days of confirmation hearings, if I'm not mistaken. They went, I think, as people would expect when you've got like a Zoom situation going. There were some people who couldn't get themselves off of mute and some other technical issues that happen to all of us in our meetings every day, which is pretty standard. I think that it was pretty interesting to see a conservative, kind of group of, politicians, for lack of better words, just to categorize them all. But, very much so in like COVID gear and, making sure that everything is, hand sanitizer, wearing mask, all that kind of shit. But you guys get out here every fucking day and say that it doesn't matter. Not important. You guys are being dramatic, but like y'all literally won't let anybody in here because it's not safe. But y'all gonna get out there every day and tell people it's not important. it's not a big
Trump
risk. But
also said that he was immune, and he was talking about like he would kiss all of his supporters.
Like literally, what are you talking about, bro?
Donnie, I will slap the piss out of you.
Okay, like you're already a rapist, bro. Stop it.
I wouldn't be at his situation anyway, but I'm just saying.
Yes.
You put them little crusty, flat lips.
With all that dark ass foundation on, I can't take it.
And even looking oranger than ever, ain't he?
I know, like just looking ridiculous.
An Arizona babe, ain't he? He is orange, okay?
Looking terrible.
That lace front is glued, okay?
It's the worst.
Away once.
I did not watch the confirmations because I had to work today, and they're obviously during working hours. But I did read some, kind of breakdowns. Essentially, there was 5 hours of statements before Amy Coney actually ever really spoke. She was there with her family. She had 6 of her 7 kids and her husband present. They were, sitting behind her. The Democrats asked her a lot of questions. They kind of, they focused their arguments in on the fact that the Affordable Care Act and healthcare coverage for millions of Americans is at risk, which it absolutely is, particularly Americans with pre-existing conditions, as well as, kind of college student age folks, right? As a person who also was on her parents' healthcare until I technically could have been, I guess I should say, rather I didn't need to, but you have the ability currently to be on your parents' healthcare till you're 26. That will go away. So all of you who think you don't care or like it's, not important, that shit is going to go away for you as a person who has healthcare through your parents, as many 20-somethings do. Your parents are likely people who have pre-existing conditions because at our age, our parents kind of fall into that older category. There are a lot of things that are at risk. I would also like to indicate as well, which is something that I didn't even realize, I knew that it was true from kind of word of mouth or things that you hear. But another reason for you to vote is if you are a person who identifies as queer or has friends that are queer or as an ally to the queer community, you should make sure that you vote because it is very clear that it is part of the conservative platform. You can actually go to their website and read it, but they are intent on repealing marriage equality as well. So I didn't read that until this weekend, and I was like, wow, it's like pretty much written right down plain as day that they are not fucking playing around and they are working hard to get a judge that will be conservative, obviously Amy Coney, and they will make sure that they will be able to repeal marriage equality, right, at the first opportunity that they have. So there are a lot of things at stake. The Democrats did not want to, I think, appear a little too hostile because it is obviously the election. Which is still ridiculous that we even got here, that the Republicans are forcing this down our throats right now in 22 days, but thought that 9 months was too short of a time for Obama to be able to select a judge. But I digress. I'm going on a rant. My point is, pay attention to it all through this week. I don't know what the Democrats are going to be able to do to stop a confirmation because the conservatives have, I think it's a 58 they have 58 people. I think they have the majority. They have the majority. I can't think if I have 58 or 52 out of 100. I can't remember. But either way, it's more than half, which is what they need. So they don't really actually need anybody but conservative votes in order to confirm her as a justice. And she's only 48 years old. So she will be a justice for the rest of her life. That is about 30, probably 40 years that she could have this job and fuck our lives up the entire time.
Yeah.
So it's not a game. Our whole world is changing in front of us, and it is unfortunate that there seems to be little that we can do about it. But the one thing you can do is vote. So that's really where I was going with all that information because confirmations have nothing to do with us. But you can pay attention and make sure you cast your ballot in the way that we need the way that we all need, quite frankly, in order to have a free world again. So I'm going to stop right there. The next thing I want to talk about, which Sierra, I know you got things to say about it too, but I have just been cooking in my brain to talk about the late Jonathan Pryce. Okay, so Jonathan Pryce is a black man who lost his life, last week, I believe. Yes, he lost his life last week at the hands of police. Okay, he lived, I should say, rather, in Wolf City, Texas. And follow me all the way through this story. It is very complicated, so you're not going to hear the same. You will. Actually, no. You will hear more nuanced rhetoric from Sierra and I can assume. You will hear lots of the same rhetoric, but it's a little bit spicier than normal. So he was fatally shot during an officer-involved shooting on Saturday, last Saturday. The authorities have released pretty few details at this point, but what we do know is that he jumped in to support or break up essentially an altercation between two women, and that he died as a result of the altercation that happened after the fact, even though there was indeed not actually an altercation. So he was at an Exxon gas station, and my fault for saying two women. It was a man and a woman. So he stepped in to break it up. And so the family said the officer might have thought that the two men were fighting. The taser was deployed, and then the officer fired shots. And so he was reportedly shot multiple times and died from his injuries.
Crazy.
Which is crazy. I have things to say not only about the situation, which we'll get into in just a second, but about Jonathan Price, the individual, but also some very shocking things that I also read about the police officer, which just indicates a lot of what we have said on this podcast more than once about, defunding the police, but the police themselves in terms of the institution at large inherently being discriminatory and racist towards people of color, particularly black people, as part of its DNA. And it's not something that we can train people out of. It is, in fact, embedded into the way that we select police, train police, and that they are kind of set loose on the public. But what makes this spicy, I should say, is that Jonathan Price was as loud as a person could be with his respectability politics. I'm going to look to find this tweet that had, or this Facebook post that he had shared. But essentially, he was not necessarily anti-Black Lives Matter, but he was definitely a respectability politics advocate. Apparently, Jonathan Price is adopted, so raised by all white folks, which doesn't indicate anything one way or the other, as I know a lot of people personally who've been raised by all white families and are as militant as I would be. But he spent a lot of his time on Facebook basically telling people like that they should stop complaining. It is in your control. He hasn't ever had a bad, interaction with police. Police are doing their jobs. Black folks should do better. Pretty much all the things
it's always our fault.
Yes, essentially, it's all the things. Oh, here it is. I'm going to read it to you. So this is one of the last things that people found that he posted on June 15th. It said, with all of the animosity and tension going on with race and the police, I'm on the same fence as Lil Wayne with him saying a white cop saved his life and hasn't been too vocal based off of personal experiences. He said, I was raised by the Malones and Woodruffs. I imagine these are the white families that he was raised with for a large amount of my youth, and it was my second family then and still are in 2020. If I have to say anything, the amount of food fed to me, money they spent on me outweighs any bullshit about race or color right now. I have a family that's never done a damn thing. He's talking about his blood-related family that has never done a damn thing for me or supported my business ventures, and they're my blood. They will forever be, his white family, he's saying, will forever be, 1 million in my book. Lock and key, and they know who they are. They're to blame for my countryside and my addiction to white women, and I'm not complaining about it one bit. I'm telling you. This is Jonathan Price. This is his own post. I'm telling you. That's what I said. Just follow me through the story, dog. I'm telling you, follow me all the way through, okay? He continued and said, there were times I should have been detained for speeding, outstanding citations, outdated registration, dozing off at a red light before making it to my garage in downtown Dallas after a long night out. I've passed a sobriety test after leaving a bar in Wiley, Texas by 2 white cops, and they still let me drive to where I was headed. And by the way, they consider Wiley, Texas to be very racist. And he said, I've never got that kind of energy from the popo. Not saying Black lives don't matter, but don't forget about your own or your own experiences through growth and waking up. And he said hashtag God's plan. And so he had a lot of
God's plan after you're so this is the
deceased
Uncle
that
Tom
posted this. Yes.
This is the deceased Uncle Tom.
Precisely. That was his
said
post.
God's plan.
He did.
Like I wish a motherfucker would
which is scarily
shoot
eerie,
my nephew
bro.
and I say God's plan.
Well, he kind of spoke it himself, which is the most like insane. I mean, he posted it and then like it is dangerous. It's very the words that you choose are dangerous and it's really bad. So I would like to shout out like just all of Black Twitter for being their most kind of reserved selves in terms of nuance that I could see. I didn't see anybody saying, "Oh, he deserved it," right? Because that could easily be construed as like the number one thing that people would say, like you should know better, right? Like you're talking all this shit, you're on the side of the police, and look what happens to you, right? The same thing that we say, like the police cannot see who your family is, they can't see how much money you make, they can't see the degrees that you have.
No.
If they decide they want to treat you somehow about based on the color of your skin, they will do that. And it doesn't matter how loud you shout that you are a police, supporter, and you could be Blue Lives Matter all up and down, but if they decide that
idiots,
they
Tyrone Bigham.
okay, if they want to gun you down, they
Not
can.
even Tyrone Bigby. Clayton Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby.
Clayton Bigsby. That is Clayton Bigsby's nephew son.
It is.
That's I'm so disgusted.
And it's really crazy. And so many people were saying, like, essentially, it's really sad that like that is how he learned the lesson. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been better, and well, anything would be better if the best option would be that he went home. Right? Like, that's the goal. We want everybody to be able to leave encounters with the police alive, with their lives intact, full stop. That's what we want.
Right.
But, like, if he had learned the lesson in that environment and in that incident by just whatever, hostility happened and then getting home safely, like, who knows, that might have changed his perception, and then he might not have been so loud about his respectability politics, over and over. But it's really insane. Okay, I'm sorry, I got distracted. I was looking for the article that I had about the police officer, like I mentioned. So, but yes, to finish my first thought, I think it would have been better if he learned the lesson, right? He had a bad experience, went home, made it alive, and he might have kind of sat with that and thought about that a little bit more. And who knows, he might have had one of the loudest kind of, pro Black Lives Matter folks around. We have no idea, obviously, because his life was taken from him. It doesn't matter how Blue Lives Matter he was. Like, he deserved to go home to his family.
Right. And he was defending someone else, and that's something that we talk about a lot, especially as Black women. Like, why, when there's some sort of domestic violence situation going around, do other men, specifically Black men, just stand there and not do anything?
Yep.
And this man decided to
do
jump
something
in and risk his life, and he ends up like getting killed by the police. Like, how random is that? Like, that's crazy.
It sucks. So here's the flip side of that, right? The last thing I will say about the respectability piece is, like, listen, guys. One, you sound dumb saying it.
You're
the same
dumb.
way we all reacted to his post. Like, I hate to laugh at a person who's no longer on this planet, but, like, it sounds ridiculous. Like, it just doesn't even sound like real life. Like, what planet do you live on? Where do you go that you feel like that is the experience for everybody? Where do you go that you think that you being Black, or that you've had some good experiences in the neighborhood that you grew up in, probably because your parents are white? And who knows, the cops that you might have interacted with are cops that know you, right? Or know your family, or in the area. So you've been safe with those people, but that's your neighborhood, right? That's your community where you're from. And that's amazing that, you feel, that kind of, connection or safety
I
with.
think I'm confused
With the
because I
police
thought
over
that
there.
the guy that actually died said those things.
Yes, the dead man, the dead Black
I'm thinking
man.
that it was one of his family members said that.
No, that is him.
Damn.
That is the man. That is Jonathan Price.
Okay.
Posting all the things about being,
wow, and the irony. Okay.
Right, exactly. And then that's how you lose your life.
And
like,
I'm definitely not saying that he deserved it at all.
Absolutely.
But it's very ironic.
Right, which is what, people are talking about online. So then, the opposite of that. So then I read another article kind of following up on where this was. And the headline says, Jonathan Price tried to shake the white Texas officer's hand before the cop killed him. Okay.
Oh, my God.
So it gets even spicier, I guess, essentially. So the police officer who murdered him, his name is Sean Lucas. And so it says that Lucas,
looks hella racist,
he
bro.
looks, but girl, he looked racist and is racist. So let me tell you, let me give you the tea that I found.
don't know how to explain it, but he just looks.
He do, and they have a look. They really do.
There's a look.
So it says Lucas, the police officer, was greeted. This is from the affidavit by the Texas Rangers. And it says that Lucas was greeted by a male subject, later identified as Jonathan Dwayne Price. Price came very close to the officer, Lucas, asking him, "You're doing good," or saying, "You're doing good," and multiple times while extending his hand in a handshake gesture. So according to statements from witnesses, Price was trying to defend a woman involved in a domestic dispute, like I mentioned, blah, blah, blah. around 8 p.m. on October 3rd. The police were called to the scene, and when Lucas arrived, Price tried to explain the situation, but and Lucas tried to detain Price. So he's explaining to him what happened, and the police officer Sean Lucas was still hell bent on detaining the black man in the situation. Right.
Mm-hmm.
The affidavit says that Price walked away and said, "I can't be detained," which prompted the 6'1", 240-pound police officer Lucas to first tase him, and then after Price turned around and began walking towards Lucas, shot him 4 times, hitting him on the upper torso. So then, investigators have determined already that the actions of Officer Lucas were not objectionably reasonable, adding that Lucas intentionally and knowingly caused the death of Price. So here is where the things get more interesting, right? So it seems that this police officer Lucas had been he's 22 years old, so super young. He'd only been on the with the police department for less than 6 months when he killed Jonathan Price. So as of Wednesday of last week, he's already been booked into the Hunt County Jail on $1 million bond, and then he was transferred to another local jail in nearby Collin County. But what is interesting is that this police officer, Sean Lucas, in high school during the height of Ferguson, he ran a conservative troll account. Then 6 months into being a police officer, he, killed an unarmed black man, right? So he was running a troll account, talking about causing harm to black folks, trolling people about police violence, became a police officer, and then gunned somebody down within 6 months of having a gun and a badge. Mm-hmm. That cannot be defunded. Do you know what I'm saying? That can't be defunded. That is inherently what we're talking about when we say it is insidious, the way that white supremacy is built into the power structure of the police. Mm-hmm. If people found that in minutes, there is no way that you can tell me that the Dallas or Wolf County police force couldn't find that is what, Sean Lucas was like, or Lucas Sean, whatever the fucking police officer's his name is, whatever. If we found that in minutes, y'all either you saw it and thought that it wasn't pertinent, or B, it's right aligned with the rest of the shit that y'all believe. It wasn't egregious enough for you to have anything to say, right? They didn't do anything about that. Still let him be a police officer, and this is what happens. Mm-hmm. It is really, really hard when people say there are some police officers that are good, or we can train police officers better. We can do sensitivity training, which I would like to call out that your president got on TV and said that he canceled racial sensitivity training within his own government because he thought that it was racist and not important.
Racist.
So that doesn't align, right? It doesn't align. You're not going to have anybody in power, obviously, if we, get this clown for 4 more years, that's going to say it's important for us to, increase equity, for us to, change the way that we police, when law and order is simply just a dog whistle for oppressing black folks, oppressing brown folks. So the whole situation is really, really just unpleasant and ironic on both ends, right? We say that some police are good and we can get police, we can get fresh police and train them up and they'll be good. Not when you get folks who are just right-wing trolls and then you hand them a gun and a badge. They do that already. We got Proud Boys walking around here not scared and feeling emboldened, let alone the ones that we give a gun and a badge to commit state-sanctioned violence. We're in some deep shit. We are in some really deep shit if we don't pay attention, if we don't, raise our hands, if we don't cast our votes, if we don't demand better from the people who are running our local governments. I really don't know what else there is to say, but that in and of itself terrifies me. In 6 months, we had a whole person get on the police force probably with that one goal in mind, right? I'm here to utilize force in a way that I'm allowed to, and that's it.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And even people on your own team die. He was somebody was riding for y'all. Blue Lives Matter. Didn't care. Doesn't matter. Won't save you. I am finished with my rant. It, threw me for a loop. It was a little spicy to read, but it gives me some real anxiety about, where we're at. There's a lot going on. I think there's a lot of moving parts in that story, but none of it is good. It's all really, really bad. That's why I'm going to Mexico on vacation. So
Yeah, so I'm gonna take a
See
nap.
you. I'll see you when we get back. I know
I'm
it's
gonna take a
time
nap
for
tonight, maybe even another tomorrow.
Okay, just take
so
a
I
lot of
can
naps. Just take a
Just
lot of
nap
naps.
it away.
Yeah, maybe something will change. But
Yeah.
I do know that we've got some snacks that we're staring at that we,
were
should
on
totally
the same
eat.
page as I was sitting here like I'm gonna die.
Let's have some veggies and some dip, and we have some special dip that was brought to us.
Yes, by
saying.
It's Lebna. So Lebna is
Yeah, tell us what it
strained
is.
Greek yogurt cheese. So pretty much what you want to do is you want to get some really thick Greek yogurt. This one in particular, I think this is like
Come on, thick with 2 C's.
thick with two C's. I think this one right here is ZOI yogurt, Zao yogurt, Zo, and it's
Come on, Zoe.
it's pretty thick. So like I put in a cheesecloth, tie it up, tie it with some butcher twine, and like pretty much let that hang for 2 days and let all the whey come out of it. And then once you open the cheesecloth 2 days later, you'll see that the consistency of it gets that of cream cheese.
It's like we're eating some fresh like bell peppers and carrots. So like it's like a veggie dip is what we're eating for those of you who aren't watching. So it has like that kind of what do you call it? That consistency of like, some chip, some
for
dip
sure.
chip, some chip dip.
You can eat chips with it. You can eat pita. I think traditionally like this is served with like grilled veggies, fresh veggies, or like pita bread, anything. Literally.
Shit, get that out your lip.
It's just Lebna everywhere tonight, guys. It's crazy.
It is.
I knew there was something. I was like, why are you looking at me like that?
She gets things all over her mouth.
Can you
my
guys dip
lip.
me a carrot in the
Yeah.
cheese?
Do it with your hand, with your strong hand.
I will absolutely get you a carrot. Okay,
Thank
while
you.
Sierra makes fun of me, can you tell the people, why you like to cook, or like where do you cook, or
And then I have a question.
it's gonna be a little bit of
So-
ASMR going, guys. I'm sorry, you're just gonna have to deal.
I'm an ASMR.
So I kind of fell into cooking. Actually, like I had no idea at one point in my life that you can actually cook without going to school. I did not go to school. I dropped out of high school 9th grade. And I worked a lot of odd jobs. I was a janitor for a little bit, cleaning Columbia University, which was very interesting. Like
Yikes almighty.
Wow.
being about 16, 17 years old and like working with a lot of older people who like I would go to like have lunch with these guys and like literally not speak to anybody, more or less. It was just like a lot of people like, damn, why are you here? Like, this is what you want to do? Things like that.
Like clearly not, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
But I started washing dishes after that. Got into this kitchen called Taqueria Diana, St. Mark's, New York. And I met the dude by the name of Ryan Chinchilla. Shout out to him. He
Okay,
just
Chinchilla.
opened a deli in San Francisco named after his dog called Lucinda's.
Cute.
So if you're there in the Haight area, the visit area around that area, please check that out. But he pretty much put the battery in my back to cook. He was like, yo, bro. He was living with me and my brother at the time. And the Lower West Side. I'm from New York, too.
I mean, we know.
We're
You
just
can
gonna
hear
just
that.
jump
We
all
can hear
over.
that.
You know what
We
I'm
know
saying?
that.
Like my senses were tingling. I was like, where is it?
That's where I was born. I
Where
heard it.
is
And the
it?
first thing he said, you could call me Rome. I was like, I heard it all.
Yeah, I
Like,
was
oh,
like,
okay.
It's some East
Where in
Coast
New York
man.
are you from?
I was born in Harlem, and I grew up on 96 and Lenox in the Stanley Isaac projects.
Okay.
And I moved from there when I was 5 to the Lower West Side, Chelsea, Manhattan. And I lived there until I was 13. I lived in the Bronx for a while with my brother. Staten Island, a whole bunch of different places.
So you all New York, all of it.
All over, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay, that's
That's
crazy.
what's up. Worldwide.
Go ahead, Sierra. You said you had a question for him.
Oh yes. So seeing that we're in the spooky, colder seasons, which is like my favorite.
Come on, you spooky bitch.
I am spooky. Yeah. I love Halloween.
Said what?
You
That's
are
actually
not
fire jacket, though.
gonna play with me like this, Abdul. First of all,
Abdul!
literally, like a lot of things do not leave me speechless, but I just lost my whole train of thought.
Yo,
looking at
Abdul is in the corner and
With
man
a faux
put on a
fur.
fur jacket out of nowhere. He thought he could just slide that shit on. Abdul, get on camera. What are you doing?
He literally slipped it on like it was like a sweatshirt.
A
Listen,
sweatshirt.
bro, I'm not
Like
mad
it
at
was-
you. I like it.
Yo,
It's
It was a
some
Harvest
vibe.
House sweatshirt. What are you doing?
Abdul, you better model it for the
I'm
people.
sick
'cause
of him.
he got blonde
Oh,
and
wow.
now he don't know how to act, bro. Where are you going?
I support it 100%.
And he's hitting all these
It was-
squats. Like, what's going on?
It was a little cold, so I had to.
You had to pull
Warm
your
up
You
a
should
little
cover
bit.
yourself.
Yeah.
Can you tell the ladies what your Instagram is again? Since
Yeah,
it's
the mic
clearly
didn't work
working?
last time, but Arctic Klondike. Follow me on Instagram.
Spell it. Spell it. Spell it.
ARCTICKL.
Klondike, like the ice cream.
Klondike.
What would you do for RJ?
What would you do for Arctic Klondike?
Klondike
Answer
bar?
in the DMs. All right, goodbye.
He'll personally respond to every single one
Wow.
of you.
He has a lot going on. He got on his whole pants. He got on a bun,
Right, a bandana,
a
top
bandana.
knot.
Like he's
You giving
like
breezy.
this coat is like brand new, bruh.
I
Like,
can't take it. Hey,
What's the dress code?
we don't have a dress code.
Abdul
We
is
need
sick.
now. I thought athleisure was the code, but
No,
obviously
he texted
not.
the group chat talking about what's the dress code. We ain't never had
Not
no
never.
Right.
Not never.
He acting crazy. I told him wear something he could twerk in. He did. So.
I think, yeah, he can definitely work on that.
He can definitely twerk in those tight enough.
So stupid. Okay, Sierra,
I'm sick of
what
him.
is your question? You were gonna ask a question.
I
that's
don't
something
know,
about-
light skin versus dark skin.
It
at
was
this
something
point.
about like spooky, cold
Yeah,
Halloween.
Yeah,
You
something.
good, you good.
before Abdul came in here and tried to freeze on us.
He was flexing, honestly.
He did have to
Yeah.
flex. He
flexing.
did it so casual. He knew it was coming too.
And Jordan just sitting there supporting him. I'm sick of it.
Jordan's a real G. He is. He a real
Jordan's
friend.
such a supportive friend. Okay.
I can't
Anyway,
take it.
so since we're getting into the cold months, we can't go bag snatching anymore. So
Back
what-
snatching? What
Bag
is that?
snatching.
Bag
bag
snatching.
Yeah.
So stupid.
So stupid. Anyway, so what is
She
the
doesn't mean
worst?
anything.
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't. I don't steal from little kids. That's mean. Anyway.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I only steal from Makita.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Anyway, what's the worst Halloween candy?
What's the little corn nuts, candy corn?
Candy
those
corn.
Candy
things.
corn.
Disgusting.
Candy corn. I'm so glad
Straight
you guys
sugar.
said that because I just wanted to take this moment.
It's not
to
even that it's
tell-
straight sugar. It just tastes nasty.
What is it? It just tastes like sugar though. That's the
They're
thing. It's like what is it?
flavored
Caramel? It's like.
But it's not caramel. It's like orange. It's like a weird. I don't know. It's gross.
It's nasty, and I just wanted to say I'm so glad that you guys said that because one of our favorite guests, Tunde, loves candy corn. I just want to take this moment
Tunde.
to say that it is the nastiest thing on earth. And
I'm
you
really
are
disappointed
nasty,
in you, sir.
What are those candies that are like chocolate covered and it's like the little crunchy nougat in it? It's like balls. What is that? Balls. Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what
are
they're
they
like.
like
Not
kind of
ma-
like malt balls?
Yeah,
like
like-
the malted. Like they're like malted.
Yeah.
Malt balls.
Malt-
Yeah.
malt
Those
balls.
aren't
Yeah.
that good either.
I
You
like
get the little
those,
skinny 3-pack.
actually.
Those are like.
I actually
I-
like those. A little
I-
malt.
I actually really hate Butterfingers.
I
Okay.
can't eat peanut
It's
butter,
been a
so I
minute
can't
since I've
eat
had some
those.
Butterfinger, honestly.
It's you shouldn't have it anymore. It's nasty.
And it just
What
sticks
don't
to your
you
teeth.
like about it?
And
What
then
do
your
you like
teeth
about
just
it?
start vibrating. And it's just like.
You
It
said your
gets stuck
cheeks
in
start
teeth.
I say
vibrating.
teeth. Teeth.
Oh, your
Oh,
teeth.
your
From all that sugar because it's just like, ugh.
Oh no.
I
So
think the
you don't
last-
like
yeah.
So his
sugar.
teeth
So
be
why
twerking.
you eat candy?
You don't like sugar?
Who said I ate candy? You guys was like,
No,
do
that's
it.
what Mike, you don't eat candy because by his
Yeah, 'cause he
judgment, what
doesn't
he
Listen,
like
said.
that's
a
the
lot of
best
things.
black people's kryptonite: salt and sugar. We stay away from
I
it.
don't even eat
as
that
well.
much candy though.
Mhm.
No, she loves sugar.
Sugar is like
I'm
me.
Not a sugar girl.
I
Me
like
and-
desserts, but I'm saying I don't like candy. I don't
yeah,
eat
I,
candy.
like if we eating candy, it's got to be like gummies.
Or, yeah, I like gummies. I like the little the peach
The
fuzzy
peach ones?
things. Those are fire. The 99-cent gummy worms. I don't like Hasbro. I think that's what it's called. Hasbro. It's like too chewy. I don't like
Haribos.
that. Haribos.
The
Okay.
gummy-
I'm
the
thinking
gummy
about the
bears?
toy company.
Oh, no, Haribo. No,
Oh, yeah,
Haribo
yeah.
is who makes gummy bears though. That is the right brand. You're
Oh,
right.
it is. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. But I
Um,
like gummies.
What's
I
your
do
favorite like
gummies.
sweet dessert thing though?
Oof, all of them. I love
She always want to
cheesecake.
eat dessert.
Like
Okay.
love lemon tarts. I love like pastry like desserts. I love cheesecake
I love
pie.
cheesecake.
Like anything like that. But if you're like what candy, I don't need that. But give
Yeah.
me cake.
Give me ice cream. Give me freedom
fuck
and
with
give me
ice
ice
cream,
cream.
I
Preferably,
ice cream?
preferably Haagen-Dazs,
Haagen-Dazs? Oh.
white chocolate raspberry, truffle ice cream. It's delicious.
Give me
I'll
rum
do
raisin.
gelato. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can
do
eat
like
a
a-
whole
yeah.
thing of ice cream regular. It's nothing. It's literally nothing to me.
He said regular.
Regular.
Right? He said it's nothing.
My body ain't doing ice cream regular.
Hey, she said you gonna blow the back of your ass out.
Right.
Smells like-
I do,
like-
my body's doing dairy-free ice cream.
Literally
Regular.
after it does smell like there's a dead body in my closet though. But it's It's sacrifices. It's the
Whoa.
small sacrifices.
He said
you know?
sacrifices.
No.
He's
Small
willing to
sacrifices.
sacrifice his butthole for the ice cream.
Yeah, your
Facts.
butthole's gonna turn into a gas.
Facts.
That's a fact.
It's gonna be like better. It's like no, I'm not. I'm good.
There's been some police knocked on my doors. I heard gunshots. Is
Yeah,
that I'm like, no, I'm just using the bathroom. It's okay.
It's my ass,
Alright.
officer.
It's just my
I blew it out. I
ass.
blew it out, brother.
I can't.
Shouldn't
That
ate
is
that ice
so
cream, okay?
Stupid. I cannot. Well, we're gonna keep talking, and we'll just, we'll hang around.
And Rome's gonna be
Jesus.
in there and in and out.
Right.
Mhm.
Oh, in and out of what?
Okay.
The show.
Oh, okay.
Hey,
Hey.
hey.
Listen,
Hey.
where am I right now? Is this
Hey.
a casting couch right now,
Right.
guys? What's
Hey.
going
Well,
on
this is the
right
thing.
now?
We do have Black in the City after dark, but
Okay.
we
That
don't.
ain't not
Okay.
today.
We don't usually make, you know what I'm saying, make such short things.
Listen,
on
I'm
air.
sorry, Mom.
Yeah, it's a lot to take
I'm
in.
sorry.
It's a lot. That Makita is inappropriate. We're sorry that you're hearing this now. Anyway, let's talk about LeBron James. LeBron James. Let's talk about him. So, I'm not like a big basketball girl, but I watch the basketball
Yeah,
games.
big basketball girl.
Yeah, I watched the basketball games like twice this week, and it was so great. So first, I went
As
out.
you should.
Yeah, I went out with my friends, and I had some wings.
Went to Buckley's without me.
They weren't my favorite. I didn't even know it was over there. It's weird.
What is Buckley's? What is that?
Buckley's is a bar in
It's a
Belltown.
bar here.
Okay.
They have a bunch
was
of them.
cute.
There's like a Buckley's, I think, in Ballard, Belltown.
There's one in
Queen Anne.
Pioneer Square as well. Yeah.
It's like a local.
Yeah, I'm
Bar.
relatively new to the Seattle area.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's like a sport.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, so
Welcome,
there's so
pal.
much to explore.
So I don't drive either. That's the thing. I need to explore more.
You don't need to drive.
I
You
don't drive.
You don't drive?
No.
How do you get around?
You know,
Uber?
we're private cars.
That's too much. I like to save my money. That's too much, man. I can't do that.
You can't walk to everywhere
Well, you
depending
can't
on
walk.
where you live.
Well,
It's
I
different
like
out
to walk
here.
a lot of places.
Okay.
It just depends on what area you live in. Like, I like to walk a lot, or you know what I mean. Like, it just depends on where I'm going.
No word. What area do you live in?
Well, I live in an area that is not here.
Oh yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
She said,
Oh, wait, I
put
forgot
that
one.
on the air.
Yeah.
See, I said, I'm not going to tell you where
Yeah,
I
I'll
live.
tell you off air. But you know it. In the mansion.
Listen,
areas.
I'm new to cameras and microphones and stuff right now. So yeah.
No, you're good.
That's what they usually say on the casting couch.
Yeah, that is.
I'm really new to this. I haven't
So you guys
done
want me
this
to
before.
take this off right now?
I've
Sure,
never
sure.
done this
You
before.
show a little clavicle. That's how we
Right.
usually like
That's
to start it.
fine. Yeah,
At
that's
your
like
comfort
no
level.
one will be mad at
You
that,
could take
know?
your shirt off and then put on Abdul's fur coat, for the
Okay.
look.
Abdul
Actually,
is
let
not
me-
taking that coat off, bro.
I'm taking it with me when I leave, dog. That's mine.
I can't believe he really came out here and did like we're
Flex.
in the dead of winter in Chicago. Like, what is going on?
It ain't that cold. Where you going? You
Where
walking?
you going? You got heat in your car.
Right, he going to a girl house. That's why.
Yeah, that's why he's been putting his hair in a ponytail.
They gonna go
Some
make a-
girl told him that it was cute, and he was like, "Oh,
You
I'm
know
about to
that-
get me some rubber bands."
Okay, you know that Chris Brown song "Make a Movie." That's what he's trying to go do later. He's gonna try to make a movie. He ready.
No, he's trying to wet the bed.
Hey, come on,
whoa. Not featuring Ludacris though. That's a lot to take.
Listen,
in.
you should just dye your hair back after this, bro. That's my suggestion.
Nah, go with the colors, bro. Okay, the best thing I have seen for people who are what do you call it? Like who have like dyed their hair and stuff, I will say like the blonde hair and a nice fade looks good, or when they go to different colors in the fade, that shit do look cold.
You should get like hella lines in the side of your hair. It'll make all the girls go crazy.
Come on, Chris Breezy.
What did
You'll
you
just
say?
look basic, bro. Keep doing what
No,
you're
we're
doing.
not sabotaging you. We're so serious.
No, like perfect lineup. Make sure don't look like Jimmy Butler because he needs to comb his
He
shit.
sure do.
Yeah, so then you already have the beard going. Just give him a couple lines and be like, and then like ignore some DMs. Leave some, leave. Well, no, don't leave any girls unseen. That's mean.
Yeah.
But,
Oh, come on, Ryan.
respond not right away.
Right.
There
Take
we
your
go.
time. Be
Take
be
your
patient.
time. Have a veil over you
So silly.
since you already have that fur coat on.
Keep telling us about LeBron clown,
LeBron. So they didn't win on Friday, and
which was ridiculous. 'Cause
yeah. And I made a bet,
was
not
over.
a money bet. And speaking of, that's why I don't gamble. I made a bet, and so it was like if the Heat won, then I had to take 2 shots.
And so you took them.
I took them. I did because I'm a woman of my word.
Absolutely.
So we did that, and then on Sunday we watched it again.
And how
went
did you feel
to-
about the win?
I felt very nice because at that moment we had already went to Crawfish King
Mm-hmm.
and had some items,
Situations.
some situations. And we went to Thomas Street Warehouse. That was
Yeah.
pretty
South
popping.
Lake Union. Yeah.
And so I decided that I needed to have a double Hennessy.
We go to bed.
Oh,
Go
I
to
did.
bed.
I did.
I know you did. Go to
I
bed.
did. I
Go to
went to bed.
What is
Yeah.
a Hennessy sidecar too? I heard you say that earlier. Like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
The
So
drink,
good.
that's crazy.
It was so good. I don't even know what all was in it because I couldn't finish it, but I did finish it. It was like a
That's
great.
Angelina's favorite drink, in case you guys are wondering, a sidecar.
Really?
That's your favorite drink?
She doesn't strike me as a Hennessy girl.
No,
She
but
drinks
sidecars
Arrowhead.
are not typically with Hennessy, so that would have been a different cognac.
I gotta
that you
look
put
it
in
up.
it.
But what I feel like it was like some grapefruit in it. There was sugar
Usually,
around the rim. It was really good.
It was usually like an orange
Mine
peel.
had like a grapefruit type vibe too, but it was so good. I gotta find out the ingredients to let you know. Yeah, it was hella good.
I'm like, I don't know, but she drank them a lot.
Oh, well, it was good. Yeah, I decided. Yeah, it was great. So then they won, and that was a great time. So this is their first time winning a championship in 10 years. 10 years with LeBron James.
Yeah.
And, well, not 10 years with LeBron James.
10 years since the Lakers have won
a championship. So it was good. They lost in the Mamba jerseys. That was disrespectful, but it's okay.
Either way, they did it for Kobe. The win is for Kobe.
They did it
and
for
also
Kobe.
for you LeBron haters to shut up. Y'all heard it?
Shut your mouth.
Why do people hate LeBron so much? Because he left Cleveland, right?
Literally
is that
still.
still
They
what's
hated
going on?
him. I mean,
Before
what is he
that.
supposed to do?
Like, wait, who left Cleveland?
Jordan.
Well, Jordan left Cleveland.
Jordan
He
did
had to
leave
get out of
Cleveland.
there.
Yeah, Jordan had to
left Cincinnati. It's
Yeah,
different.
Jordan had to get out of there because, you know.
It's Cincy. See,
He
Kia
needs
had
to
to
be
leave
here.
Cincy too.
Yeah, they needed to be here with me. Isn't that great? Obviously. So.
Yes, but everybody hates LeBron. I think it's very strange. All I know is, and we were talking about it off air, but I know that I'm not looking forward to a league without LeBron. Like, I'm not interested in watching a league without LeBron. Like, many of the greats are gone, I feel like, or will be gone when like, we're probably like 5-ish years or so away from that. But
you got a lot going on.
But like, you know, but really 5 years, like the blink of an eye. Like, LeBron is what, 34? Like 35, 36 already? Right. Like, Mans is not going to be playing at this level for that much longer. Like, he's going to sit down. What else does he have to do? He won a championship with every team he's played on. Like, what else? He can be done. I mean, he could try for one more, you know, tie for the most, but like, you know.
Basketball is crazy.
Like,
it's crazy, yeah. I don't really watch sports that often. I don't watch sports at all. I like to play basketball, but yeah, it's crazy.
But to watch it is different. People are very obsessed. I'm a LeBron James fan. I don't feel like I have a team. Terrell, who you guys know, who's been on the air and who's always lurking around, is an obsessive LeBron James fan, as he should, but he's like tied to teams. Like, he's a Knicks fan, ride or die. I'd be sending him through some emotions because Knicks is hella trash a lot of the time.
I mean, how
he
be
be riding, but because he's from New York.
I don't know.
He from
Am I supposed to
Brooklyn,
like say something right now? I don't know how I'm feeling right now.
He
ride for the Knicks though. He rides for the Knicks. He's from Brooklyn. Like, he rides for the Knicks no matter what. It don't matter. He rides for the Knicks no matter what. People have like teams that they ride or die for. I do not. LeBron James is my person, and I feel like I might just like. I gotta find somebody else.
You love LeBron James?
Love him.
Okay.
I love him as a person.
Right, like what could you say about a person who's like so dominant on the court and such an awesome human outside? Like, what else? He has a whole school. He ain't never cheated on his wife that we know of, and that's really all that matters.
No.
Hey, all that respect matters. Okay, don't be having me out here in these streets looking stupid.
And he's a very respectful girl dad.
He is. Takes care of all his kids, all by the same woman, his wife.
I think there's a lot of people that are like that. Maybe not dominating on the court, but just like stand-up people.
There are a lot, but there's not that many.
We don't
athletes.
care about them.
Just LeBron James. LeBron James.
No, LeBron
James.
No,
That's
we care about them. We care about them because he came from that stock, obviously.
What if he didn't play basketball? Would you guys care?
Oh, I would care because
Okay,
LeBron is fine.
People think I'm crazy when I said it, but
LeBron is fine.
I don't care what nobody say.
I mean, even Jimmy Butler with his little raggly ass
I just
beard.
want Jimmy Butler to get a handlebar.
I want him to just
so bad. The handlebar mustache. He is so long and weird at this point. Like, all he needs is some fucking mustache wax, and he's good, bro. Just get the handlebar going. I swear. Get a little bit of a haircut. Get your, beard together, because it's a little walk around looking like Kevin Durant, and I can't take that.
Doesn't LeBron James have like alopecia or something like that?
I mean, all forms of hair loss.
Alopecia. I think he's just a man going through his veins.
Almost all forms of hair loss are versions of alopecia, but like, I mean, I feel like he needs to go.
He's going through it. He's stressing. He's like putting in work.
One or the other, because like sometimes he has whatever hair plugs, hair piece, whatever. I just feel like either do it for real or like just shave it off, right? Like you can't be in between.
No, he's gonna look weird with it shaved off.
No, what I'm saying is like you got to commit to one. That's what I'm saying. So you shouldn't be like looking ridiculous like
y'all
he is
be
right
holding
now.
on to that hair, men. Y'all gotta let that go.
Right, like do something, hair plug or shave it, bro. Like you gotta
just go with it. Just shave it off. Yeah,
you could. My mom is bald and she's the best person I know. So you know,
don't judge a book by its cover. You know.
I wouldn't judge LeBron.
I sure wouldn't.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, hey,
that's a lot of men to judge. I don't have that kind of time. Okay. All right. Ask us our next question so we can get out of here. I know we've been bullshitting for a while. Okay.
We're not going to talk about the relationship stuff. That's hella a lot. Okay.
Okay. We can save it for next week.
Okay. So I have two questions. One is how do you say that something is a lot where you're from?
Extra. I mean, I feel like they're kind of New York slang the ways that I would use them too, like you ODing.
Right. I would see hella.
Right.
Yeah.
Wildin', ODing, extra.
I would just say hella.
Hella. It's hella.
Very
or doing them. You mean doing like if somebody's being extra or like something is extra? Because you can say like you're doing the most.
Like you're doing too much, right? Or like a word, but you want to say like a word like that. It's hella.
Oh, just like one word.
Hella.
Yeah, extra.
Yeah. Okay. So I just want to say that because it was this question that came in my head. Okay. Anyway.
Thank you for that.
Yeah, I would love to chop it up about some politics and like some other stuff. I don't know how
Oh, you want to talk about
politics
I don't
question?
Know. Okay.
Well, shoot, you got a politics question?
I don't. I have more emotional questions.
I know. We only had emotional questions.
Jordan said no.
Jordan's never been on here too long. So
Jordan said no.
Jordan asked. He said he put his foot down. So ask your second question that you already had.
This is more deep. Okay. What was the last?
Quick responses.
Quick response. What was the last song that made you cry?
Oh, I don't do that.
Yes, you do. You cry, baby.
But not about music. No, I fucking.
What was the last thing? What was the last thing that made you cry?
Probably a TV show. I don't know. I probably would have been mad about something, or I was watching. You guys.
That one time where you peed in the bed. Yeah.
No, you guys are gonna think I'm stupid. I was.
I mean, that's not gonna change how I feel about you.
Thank you. I think I was watching some videos on TikTok about
on TikTok.
I said on TikTok.
Made you cry, huh?
Yeah. I said TikTok, but I was watching some sad. It was like an animal video, but then it was kind of sad, and it made me a little sad about it. So don't judge me for crying at animal videos. But I'm better than a lot of white people because it wasn't about some fucking dogs. So
what was it about?
It was these baby seals.
And seals.
There was like I don't think it was an oil spill, but something happened to like where they like their habitat, and I was like, oh my god! And they got rescued, and they were just some cute little nuggets. Honestly, I could watch a video. There was a little video going around with this little fucking really cute baby otter eating ice and crunching on it, and that made me really happy, and that could have made me cry too. So my sister sent it to me like 4 times. She probably did cry actually watching it. It's just really very cute and wholesome. So I could cry about anything, but music doesn't make me do that really. So
I think it has to have you have to have some type of other energy in you,
right? Like
and you hear a song and then you're like, oh my god.
What was the trigger?
Last thing to make me cry, I broke up with someone maybe a few months back, and that was some tears. I was definitely tearing up for a while, but yeah,
you gotta let it out so then you can move forward.
True. This is true.
So you single too? Are you gonna tell the people your Instagram
My
handle?
Instagram is nappy fried chicken. 2 eyes in the fry. Facts.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Come on, nappy fried chicken.
Two eyes in the fry.
So spell it. Just spell it right now.
NAPPYFRIED chicken. CH. Wow, I can't spell. CHICKEN.
Okay, nappy fried chicken.
Nappy fried chicken.
Well, he's single, y'all. Y'all heard it here first, okay? He's single.
And
he already cried about it, so he's over it. So he's available.
Right. He said he got dips and crunchy chips out here. Facts. Okay.
He could cook for you, ladies. He be cooking.
Not all the time. Don't say that. Not all the time. All right.
I didn't say he could. I didn't say you could
I
meal
work a
prep.
lot. Okay.
I didn't say that you had to meal prep.
I'll make
for
you guys some eggs. Something.
Hey, breakfast is the most
cheese
important.
And pickles or...
Come on, breakfast is the most important meal of the
But
day.
yeah, I also do some that chopped cheese and pickle picture that you're looking at. I do some food videos for Food 52 as well, so you can check me out on there.
We'd love to see it.
We'd love to check you out. Okay.
For sure.
Okay, last but not least, Sierra, what's the last time that made you cry so we can get out of here?
Oh, that's interesting looking. Okay, anyway.
Yes.
I will say I was listening to How Deep Is Your Love by PJ Morton and Alex Isley, featuring Alex Isley, and it's on the piano album. It was live, and it was just so beautiful. You have to listen to it because it's such a beautiful song.
Okay.
Yeah, it made me a little misty.
Made you a little misty?
Yeah, you know I don't do that. I like low key, like lately I've been
Emotional?
punking it. Yeah.
Kia will say it's because the turn of the season, apparently there's 2 super moons
Well, these
this
super
month.
moons need to get out of my super
And
act because I'm done with it, okay?
Something else is in Libra, that like the moon or something else is in Libra. So there's just like there's a whole everything happening this month. So if you're feeling extra, cry baby-ish,
I'm tired of it.
then there's probably a reason why. So just stick with it. It's going to be a shaky fucking month for the emotions, apparently.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
yeah.
Shaking.
Thanks
That
for
was me
reading our
shaking the
horoscopes.
table.
Thanks.
You're
Thanks a
welcome.
lot. Appreciate it.
All
A
right.
Capricorn in me is dying. Let's do it.
Shut up. Before we get out of here, we got to have a local look out.
Local, look out.
At a
Let's do
girl.
it.
Sing it like you mean
No,
it. Do it
I'm
for
not
real.
going to do it for real because now you guys are looking at me. Let's try.
Fine, whatever. All right, look out. This week is my new pal, Sabrina. Okay.
Yes,
so
shout out Sabrina.
She is a curly hair educator and a texpert. Okay. A texture expert. You guys, get the play on words there. Okay. She has Touch of Grace Studio. Okay. What?
Go ahead.
Okay. She has a new studio. That's where I went to get my hair done. If you can see the video, you can see my new do.
Yes.
It did take a while, but I have a lot of hair, so everybody's not going to take as long to get these locks like I did. But that is not what I'm here to tell you. So her studio is called Touch of Grace Studio. She gets booked pretty quickly, but she tells people exactly how to book and when to book. She books out a month in advance because she is so popular, because she's so damn good at her job. Okay. She actually prefers, honestly, more than protective styles. She really likes to take care of natural hair. So
And curls,
colors, making sure your curls are as healthy as can be, color, giving you haircuts, all the things to take care of your natural hair in its, purest form. That's where you need to go. She can help you answer questions, learn about your curl pattern, how to best take care of it, whether it's high porosity, low porosity, all the things that you need to know in order to make sure that your hair is top form. Obviously, your crown is to be taken care of. So, ladies, make sure you check Sabrina out, okay? She can get you all the way together. There's a ton of hairstylists that we love and know. Obviously, Sierra, we ride for Laurel as well with the braids.
African braids, we do it.
Okay, but for the natural girls, we're both natural, but when you want to get your twist outs done or help with that, or curl rod sets, all kinds of stuff, she's got you. So
yeah,
check
and
her
if
out.
you look at, like, first of all, she's a sweetheart, but if you
So
look
cute.
at her page, look at her hair, and it's like,
Bomb.
I want her to handle my curls. So she's a great girl.
Big time.
Great mommy and wife.
I
We
know,
gotta have
so
her on
cute.
sometime to talk about that.
That's true. They are a really cute, beautiful family.
Yes. So
That's
there's
it?
that's that on that.
We did it?
I think we did it.
Finish?
I think we should tell them where to find us, where to find Rome again. It's a real thing.
All right. Well, we can
'Cause
find
they already know where to find Abdul and his coach.
a little Arctic Klondike over there, a little Klondike bar.
Klondike bar.
Little
Right.
frozen dip treat, a little
Right,
bit of chocolate.
right.
Okay.
He said I'm light skinned, but I'm still a dark nigga. With
Hey.
the okay. We
A
see
little
you.
dark sided. I can't. Well, you know where to find Abdul. Rome told us you can find him at Fried Chicken or at Nappy
Nappy
Fried.
Fried Chicken.
Nappy Fried Chicken.
And
I was thinking
also-
really hard about the 2 eyes in the fried.
Yeah.
2 eyes in the fry. Also, you can find me at Local Tide. I'm the head chef there.
What's it
Come on,
called?
head
Local
chef.
Talk?
Local Tide. We're a hyper local seafood restaurant in Fremont. We're located in
What?
the same building. Yes.
Jordan,
True.
why did you tell us?
Yeah, lead with that.
You know we be
And listen,
Fremont
I am not.
frequenters.
Listen, I am not a wrestler. I'm a chef. I don't know what Jordan.
Local Tide, you said it's in Fremont. It's in the same building as well.
As Aslan Brew House in Revel.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy.
So we're going when you come back.
Yeah, literally.
Okay, cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm there every day.
Oh, I'm in
So
there.
yeah, come get some food.
I'm in there.
Okay.
I'm coming.
Okay. that's where we're going.
Yeah, literally, that's it.
Yep.
So,
There we go.
done.
Cool.
Y'all know where to find us, but in case you're brand new today, if you are, thanks for joining us on a very, disorganized regular episode because we haven't been here for a while. So we appreciate you listening all the way through. But you can find us at Black in City Pod on Instagram and Twitter. You can find us on Facebook at Black in the City Podcast. You can find Sierra over here throwing up her gang signs at Sierra 2 Leon, like the country, or like the very crispy Sierra Mist. Okay,
Ooh, very crispy. Keep that
throat
that
together.
throat go.
You know what I'm saying, okay? And you can find me at Bajan_Baddie. And if you don't know how to spell Bajan yet, I know what to tell you. But otherwise, we'll see you. We hope the tummies get flatter and the booties get fatter. And if you got yourself a little honey dip, pro tip of the week, ladies, go ahead and cop your man some Savage Fenty boxes, okay? Get the honey dips together, okay?
Abdul already got him some. So.
He got it. That's where the blonde hair came from. He was feeling that.
He's in the mirror with the body spritz and such.
He gonna have the whole Fenty body going,
Yeah.
We love to see it. So take care of your little honey dips, ladies. It's our turn, okay?
Yeah.
Pro tip of the week. Have a great time. We will see you next week.
Bye.